Okay, so good afternoon, good evening. Today is Sunday, April 10th, 2022, and I want to walk through a little bit of on the markets that I see for day trading. So this is Think or Swim platform. We do have here the daily chart, which is in the bottom left corner, and then in the top left corner, I have the weekly chart and the monthly chart in the upper right corner, and the 15 minutes chart down below in the bottom right corner. So I'm interested here in knowing how the week ended and also how the daily is going, right? So this one here is today's action pre-market, right? So or the overnight action, and the week last week was in this range for crude. So you have an up. Let me mark it here. Um, right there at 105.59, and the low of the week was 93.81. Let me delete that. So that was the range, and it is moving lower, right? So the this week went down below the this moving average, which is the 10-week moving average. So it doesn't look strong, right? It is in the moving down in a kind of a bearish move out of these highs. I do have here the Fibonacci retracement from this low of 62.43 up to 130.50, and now we are at 50% retracement, right? So it's kind of like a critical area where we see if this one can hold and start moving up again, or if it's going to move down there. So I don't do any projections in this cast or in this channel. I really try to trade what I see. What I see now is that it's moving down, so it's trying to break this 50, but it's also at support. So you have to be conscious or careful that this one is could reverse as well. In the daily chart, I do have a couple of interesting things that I wanted to mention here. Let me expand this a little bit right there, right? So this is the first day of the month. I always mark it, the mark the range of that first day because it gives me a kind of like a bias if I think that the market is going to move lower or higher. Right now, it's my bias is to the downside. It's you know uh, within this trend right there, and it's moving down. It's below the 30 days moving average and below the 10 days moving average. So my bias is at this point is to the downside just because it's below the opening range. It could it needs to move higher to prove me wrong, right? And then we do have also a break of this resistance trend line from this from 1220 and touched two times this, and then it violated this trend right here, then moved to the upside, and then broke down again. If it is forming a doji or formed a doji right here, and then it's moving sideways basically within this doji. So it has not breaking it yet, but it's right there. So 3 days kind of like in the range. Okay, so that one is crude. We'll see what it does tomorrow. Okay, let's move to ES. So ES, I had this box, right here, because I thought that this one could move to the upside out of this move, right? So basically, I I I saw or the market was what was doing here was it has this high move all the way to 4100 and then moved up here to 4600, kind of that area 4600. So I my expectation now is that it's crossing on the weekly, is crossing below, so my bias is down. This one, it's a we need to see how this week is going to end up. If it ends up above the 30 week moving average, then I would be a little bit more bullish, probably trying to target this 4700 area right here for it to collapse and go back down. I don't. It could happen that it's going to go above 4800, but I don't know. Nobody knows in reality. But the probabilities now is that it's moving sideways. It's below the 30 and above the 10-week moving average. So these one are simple moving averages. In the week, in the daily, sorry, the daily. Let me open it up. ES is moving down. Um, so I had this box marked here for potential resistance, and it tried to break that resistance right here, that area, and then move down, and then it started to move down again. So you have lower highs. So you have a high here, you have a low, then you have a lower high from there, and then you have a lower low. And now it's debating, right? My bias again on this one is to the downside, just because it's below the opening range of the first day. So that is the first day right here, April 1st. And this one is the up end is 45.5, and the bottom right here is 4500. So moving down, my bias is to the downside for now. Okay. And next one, let's check gold. And I tweet on Friday that I thought that gold um, is a long now. So my Twitter is Mr. Renko as well, so you can find me very easily there. So I think that this, so in this candle, uh, let's see the weekly first. So we are bullish, right? So above the 10 week moving average, we are at 61.8 retracement. Out of this retracement, this is the high right here in the week of August, and then came back down to this low here. Probably, yeah, this one is a significant one, just because it has um, a big candle right there, or a big tail right there. So we could also put it here, which is the true low right here. But in any case, it came back all the way down, hit the 50% retracement, came back down, and then moved in a range in this area in the weekly, and then moved back all the way up here, 2000 70, something like that, right? And then came back down, and now it seems that it's trying to bounce back up. So see, the MACD is pausing, so it is in compression for sure. We'll see if this candle moves above the above this the high of this candle here, which is the high is 1952.20. So um, so it's for 1949.90. So we'll see what it will do in the daily. Yeah, I put that I was long. In it's kind of like not really a trade. It's just a bias, right? And I'm long now because of this, right? So I'm expecting a gold to move up as long as it stays above this trend line, above the moving averages, and above this 1944.5, which is the line of the sun and on the sun, right? So this is the high of the first day of trading in April. And here, if you see, you have a really tough chart to trade if you're day trading, because it's not really moving that much. It's in this big range. So let's put a line here, and you see that that is a pivot high. This is a significant pivot right there, and this one is a significant pivot right here. But then in this area you do have a channel. So here it is. That's the channel. Well, the channel is actually, I would say that it's within this. I'm not gonna mark it. I was going to draw a box, but I'm not. But the box is actually within this one here, and you see it's been up down up down. The whole week was, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So this is the week, and then you have the first day of the month, which was last Friday. But so it's trying to move up. You have some resistance here at this point at 1967.2. So it could work the way up and then come back, and then see there's an ascending triangle right here. You can go truly. I could go truly bullish if it really moves above this 67.2. Okay, so right for now it's mildly bullish. My bias is bullish because it's above, but I recognize that there is some resistance, and there's nothing here. There's no pivot in the daily all the way up until 2078. So if I do, and sometimes I do this as well, I put a Fibonacci retracement right here to see from this high to that low, and to draw some targets, right? So if we move up above the 1768, the first target is 1987, and then the second target would be 2012. Now this one is a measured move from here to there. If you break it, you can target the ultimate target would be 2041. We'll see, but at this point the range is from the initial day. So we'll see what's going on. Let me clean this up a little bit. Then I'm gonna clean this. I don't like to have that too many drawings in my charts. Okay. So next, what I do normally, and I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna broadcast tomorrow morning as well, and I'm gonna review this. But I take the 15-minute chart, and I see what are the lows and the highs of the previous day. So what I do is to put a Fib retracement where the only lines that I have are the high, the low, and the 50%. So what I do is to activate this one, and then I move this one to the high of the, in this case, Friday, the last day, and then the low here, and then I monitor this one, right? So in ES, it's 45.16, and the low was 44.68. So there's it tried to violate this one to the downside, but it bounced out of that level. So this is overnight. This is the action that has happened now. Some bearish move in the last couple of hours. Okay, next is gold, and gold. Uh, let's move this one. So activating. This one is the high. So market overnight open right here. Put this high at 1950.54 and started to sell off. I don't trade in the on Sundays just because for me the volume is a little bit too little, especially in gold and crude. So I wait for tomorrow around 8 a.m. A little bit earlier. Sometimes I do I put some trades. So in any case, so the gold, the high is 1952, and the pivot down here is 1932. So 50% is at 1942. And this is the VWAP indicator with the 2 standard deviation. So VWAP started up here and it's moving down. There's a bearish action now because the price is below the VWAP, right? So I would be tempted to look for shorts in this case if I trend with the if I trade with the trend. NQ. NQ, interesting. NQ. So this one has not been behaving very well, right? It's been in downtrend, and there was a big sell-off when it opened. Then it tried to recover, and then at the end of the day, came back and died. So the low was right here in the last hour of trading. This one is not correct. So this one goes up here. So that is the pivot high. This one is the pivot low, and now ES is trading below the Friday's action, right? So we'll see what is going to happen, what is going to happen, and what is going to do overnight. And then finally, crude. Let's see, crude. What are you doing? So made a pivot high here at 98, so it's sub 100 now. So then this one is the pivot low right here at 95.62. So it's in the range, open a little bit higher than the overnight session on Friday, or the aftermarket session, I would say, and then made this move, and then is coming back down below the VWAP, and right at the 50%, kind of a little bit below the 50% of the previous or Friday's price action. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. We're about where is the time here? About 20 minutes into this live broadcast, and tomorrow I'm gonna be broadcasting early around 7 a.m. to see what the market is going to, or how I see that the price move throughout the night. Okay, so that would be it for today. Thank you for watching.